Alrighty, Happy New Year, everybody. Let's go ahead and get ourselves started. The first personal reading that we have in the queue is 79. All right, 79. You would like to know. We'll have to just do a general for that one. So let's go ahead with the general. All right. So this is asking for you to not be afraid to let things go when it comes to creating new opportunities in your life or better opportunities. So when we have this Three of Pentacles coming forward with the Tower, a new beginning can always be built. A new direction can always be had, right? An ending is not a complete ending. There's always the idea of an opportunity of tomorrow. And so when we get this Three of Pentacles to come forward to the Two of Cups, if you allow yourself to be in a place of letting things go, you might actually find more harmony to come forward in your life. You'll find things that are supposed to be there. You'll find things that click. You'll find things that allow growth and new energy of opportunity and excitement and passion and flow. You'll see all these things come forward in your life in a way that, creates the opportunity of more. And so when we get into this Page of Swords, Three of Cups, Knight of Wands, the more you seek that's good for you, the more you'll find that's good for you. So it's really important right now with this Eight of Swords as well as the Tower to let things go that make you feel trapped, let things go that make you feel caught up in your head, let things go that make you feel confused or uncertain about how to move forward. And instead find the things that feel like they're supposed to be there, or they click naturally into your life, or they just allow this opportunity of growth and this sense of flow for more. Especially if it finds more peace within inside of you, it's going to create more peace in your external environment. So allow yourself to be in this place that creates a sense of flow and the opportunity of more, because that's where you're going to see this build-up energy really flow forward to bringing you the best experiences and the best opportunities for the idea of tomorrow. So let's go ahead here and see. To give closure and letting him go, let us see. All right. So it's important to recognize here this sort of trio, the Magician, the Empress, as well as the Nine of Cups. It's going after what you want. It's going after your desires, but not your just desires and like, oh, I kind of like this or I kind of want this, right? It's the desires in terms of like what's actually allowing you to grow, what's allowing you to be in a place of fulfillment. If we're in a place of worry, if we're in a place of uncertainty, if the connection's not moving forward in the way that we want it to, it's not allowing us to be an Empress, because we're not allowing things to come forward towards us and to be in a place of desire to receive. Instead, we're being in a place of pursuit or uncertainty or anxiety when it comes to the situation. So when it comes to letting go, it's kind of like recognizing what's the best for you or what's good for you or what's going to bring you happiness, right? Is wondering about the connection or wondering about what's going to happen or going over the past in any sort of way, is that actually going to help you in terms of moving forward, or is it taking away your energy? Because the Ace of Wands wants you to create opportunities. It wants you to move forward. It wants you to find what's best for you. It wants you to be passionate and then send that energy out there into the world here with this Eight of Wands. And so if you're not in a place of sending out good energy with this Empress, you're instead being anxious or uncertain and worried or overanalyzing the connection, that's the energy that you're going to receive back in the world as well. And those are the Six of Cups, the memories that you're going to look back on here as well. So it's kind of like, what do you want to look back on when it comes to this time period in your life? Being anxious and worried about this connection, or allowing yourself to pursue the things that you truly want to do? And so giving yourself the closure is not necessarily seeking anything from him, but instead it's seeking from yourself of like, what do you actually want? Do you want to be in a place of recognizing your growth and opportunity and abilities here with the Empress? Or do you want to be in a place where the energy is being taken from you instead of being expanded? So let's go ahead and see what is going on here with the message card. Message card is, oh darling, what have I done? This could be that they're in a reflective period here when it comes to the energy between the two of you, but it doesn't necessarily indicate in one way or another as to where this is trying to point. It could be a reflective energy in saying like, oh, I want to fix something that I've done, or it could be a reflective energy in saying, hey, maybe I gave the wrong impression than what I wanted, right? There's nothing that really tells us specifically with this card as to what they are reflecting on, but it does give an indication here that they are in a point of reflection when it comes to the energy between the two of you. And so there might be some differences or changes coming forward in their behavior in the, the near future, but it doesn't necessarily give us an indication if it's going to be positive or if it's going to be more of a pullback in terms of energy. So that's what I would say here with this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Just give me 1 second here. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with our next personal reading. Ouch. Which is personal reading order number 80. 80, I'd like to know, what are their next steps that they will do for the two of you to come back together? Let us see. All right. So I don't really see anything coming forward here out of the blue or different than what they've been doing thus far. When we have the Eight of Pentacles come forward, it talks about repeating patterns, right? We're doing the same thing day in, day out. We're following the same ideas. We're creating the same situation. The Eight of Pentacles doesn't really like to do anything out of the norm. And then when we see the Seven of Swords come forward here as well, the Seven of Swords is holding things back, right? Instead of being open, instead of being expressive, instead of like telling what we need to say, we instead just hold it back. It's just kept inside of us. We don't really allow ourselves to be expressed. So when it comes to this style of combination, it's like they're going to be doing the same things that they've already been doing thus far. And we just don't really see anything really switching around or changing, at least not in the near future here. When we get into the energy here of the idea of the Queen of Cups as well as the Queen of Pentacles, they may feel a lot of care to you. They might want to see something change around. They might want to see something be different. They might want to connect with you. They might want to make you feel cared for, but they're not really wanting to force anything when it comes to this idea of the Strength card. They're not really wanting to go out of the box when it comes to, moving forward or switching around or changing. It's really just wanting to have something be the same. So I don't really see them going out of their way in any sort of way, shape, or form here right now, at least, to change it around. I see this kind of being the same. I see this being something that they are just doing what they've already been doing. So this could be work on their own end. This could be just kind of focusing on themselves. We don't really see anything switch around or change when it comes to their energy. So right now, I don't really see them doing anything to have it coming back together, maybe besides the things that they can kind of focus on in terms of caring for themselves on their end. That's pretty much all I see coming forward here, because this energy is very much held back. It's not really expressive. It's not really trying to create change or create different opportunities. This is very much just kind of keeping things to themselves, rather than trying to create any sort of difference in terms of the situation itself. So when it comes to this combination here, I'd more so say that there's not really too much going on rather than they have any sort of action or plan ready to go. That's the wrong deck. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with personal reading order number 81. 81, you'd like to know, are they keeping their long distance relationship with the other woman? I cannot see if they're going to make a family with her because that's just not something I look into. I don't look into any sort of children coming into the world or anything like that. So let's go ahead and see. Make a long distance relationship with the other woman. So I would say things are not 100% sure. We do have this energy here of the Four of Wands, which is like wanting to connect, wanting to see movement, wanting to see harmony come forward in the home. But then we have this Two of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, which kind of is like we're weighing the odds. We're trying to figure out what to do. We're trying to figure out what is the best in the situation. Is it worth it to go ahead and do this, or is it not worth it to go ahead and do this? If we go ahead, is it going to be something that's beneficial and we can have celebration and opportunity of success in the home, or is it going to lead towards disaster? Ten of Swords, endings, betrayals, circumstances and situations not really moving forward in the way that we want them to. So it seems like right now with the Temperance card that they're kind of being in the present moment, trying to view the situation as to basically like its pros and cons to figure out what is the best thing to do, how's the best way to move forward. How do we handle the situation, right? Just trying to figure out how to kind of navigate things rather than being in a place of 100% certainty. So right now, I would say they're keeping it as an option in mind, but not necessarily 100% convinced to move forward with this other person. So let us see. I keep reaching for the message cards. They still love you and will try to work on the marriage. Let us see. So this is kind of a double question because we have two things that we could answer yes to. We can have one thing that we can answer no to, one thing that we can answer yes to. So let's see if they'll just try to work on the marriage here with you. All right. So right now they're kind of caught up in their mind when it comes to what's the best ideas or directions or situations to move forward with. The Seven of Cups says that they do view this as an option, but they do also see it as a lot that's going on that is not necessarily 100% clear in terms of like it's the best option for them. Because when we enter into this energy here of the Eight of Swords, there's a lot that's getting caught up in the mind. There's a lot that can be uncertain. There's a lot that can feel held back or can feel like there is more difficulties in the situation rather than just clean cut, clear moving forward. The Ten of Pentacles wants long-term energy. We want structure, we want value, we want to see things move forward in a good way. But when we have this energy coming forward of the Nine of Pentacles, we can be quite worried as to, like, is it better for us to just move away on our own, like be individuals, or is it better for us to move forward together? So they're not 100% convinced to move forward and work on the connection between the two of you. It seems like they're kind of going back and forth in their mind and saying, is this better for us to be by ourselves and work on our own things and, kind of be in this singlehood energy, or is it better for us to connect and to see something move forward? They're kind of back and forth in this and being unsure as to like what is the best thing to do when it comes to moving forward. So they're not 100% willing to work on the marriage. I would call this conditional. As long as things look good, as long as things look like they are building up for a better tomorrow between the two of you, then they're going to be willing to work on it. Else they're going to just kind of move away from the connection altogether. So just give me 2 seconds here and then we'll move on to 82. Alrighty, 82. So you'd like to know, are you going to get in trouble or fired for missing the 27th? Let us see. So I would say no with this combination. You may get a little bit of a lecture here when it comes to the idea of the Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords wants to gain all the information. So they may kind of like lecture you a little bit to, or have a conversation with you, trying to see what's going on, what's happening, why did you miss this day, right? They might want to kind of know a little bit more information. But I don't really see this as a combination of getting in trouble. When we have the Queen of Pentacles come forward as well as the Queen of Wands, there can also be a want to like apply care to the situation. So Queen of Pentacles can come forward in a little bit more of like a motherly or nurturing tone, wanting to make sure that all is good. And then with the Queen of Wands, we can want to bring confidence to the situation here as well. So confidence to say that this is not going to happen again, or that there's going to maybe be more notice before it happens again, right? There could be just wanting to apply some sort of confidence to the situation to make sure that there's a different circumstance in terms of moving forward. The Four of Wands is a very peaceful environment when it comes to connecting. So we're looking to uplift, we're not looking to tear down. And then with the Star coming forward, we're also wanting to heal when it comes to moving forward as well. We're not really wanting to create issues. So I would say no based on this combination. You might get a little bit of a talking to lecture just so that they could find out more information as what's going on. But this is not really coming forward here in any way as the idea overall of getting in trouble. So let's go ahead here and see for your next question. What is their reaction if you tell them? All right, so with the Ten of Swords coming forward with the Four of Pentacles, they can feel hurt initially that there wasn't more openness to begin with. But when we have the Temperance card coming forward with the Death card, there is a quick change that does happen, because the idea that comes forward with Temperance is wanting to... Sorry, the dog's trying to chew my carpet. Wanting to create peace or balance, wanting to create harmony. And let me just grab her. She's going to tear apart my carpet. I thought at a year old she'd already settled down, but no, she has gotten worse. Okay, so when we have the Temperance card, we're wanting to create peace and balance and harmony in the situation. We're wanting to blend the two worlds, right? We have one foot in the water, one foot in the land. And so this is kind of like they are wanting to handle the situation with care, wanting to be very balanced with it, wanting to bring in harmony between the energy of everybody involved, right? Wanting to make sure that there is a sort of like peaceful state in order to connect. And they're wanting to create that change here with the Death card so that they can have that sense of harmony and, you know, get things feeling good here with the Nine of Cups. We're wanting to create the good. So I think that there's an initial reaction of hurt or betrayal with this Ten of Swords, Four of Pentacles, just for the fact of like keeping to the self, right? Because the Four of Pentacles doesn't really open up or doesn't really create that sense of flow. We more so hold back than we allow opportunities to come forward. And so this could say that they could feel hurt that there was not more openness, betrayed that there was not more openness, but it quite quickly switches around to wanting to create that balance, wanting to create that harmony or safe space to find more positive energy, more desirable energy here, Nine of Cups, more fulfillment. So that's what I would say. All right, so let's go ahead here with 83. 83, what's coming forward in love for you for the month of January? Let us see. All right. So it does look like there's quite a bit of good energy coming forward for you here. When we have the idea of the Knight of Pentacles, it's like there's an opportunity to put in the work or see some sort of progression come forward in your love life. Now, this is a little bit more of a slower energy than it is something that's coming forward here rather quickly, but it would talk about like slow and steady wins the race, opportunities to build up or to see good come forward rather than taking any sort of steps backwards. Now, we may see here with the idea of the Seven of Cups a bit unsure energy as to like what is the possibilities are moving forward, or just feel like doors are opening to kind of see more new things, and that can lead us to being in a place of like feeling like maybe we have some options when it comes to romantic pursuits, or feel like the doors are opening for more different directions to take a particular romantic pursuit. But the Eight of Pentacles here with the Knight of Pentacles is like we're having the ability to put in the work. We're seeing the connections move forward. We're having like this sort of step-by-step approach to seeing things connect and to find value in the connections there as well. And then when we have the energy coming forward here of the Empress, we have the opportunity to feel cared for, feel nurtured, or feel like something's in our control to move ahead. So you might feel a lot more desirable, might find people approach you more, and with the Queen of Cups coming forward in that combination there too, there's a sense of feeling like there's more love involved. So it's coming forward towards you here for the month of January is more caring, nurturing, and desirable energy, feeling like there's more options, slow moving energy, but still feeling like you're making progression and feeling more admired or desired. We have unhealed wounds, so there might be something that they're needing to work on, needing to kind of figure out when it comes to moving forward. We also have I feel the need to call you often, so there's the want to connect, the desire to create care, the desire for movement and flow. You're what I've been dreaming of. You hold a lot of the qualities that they would be looking for, wanting, and desiring when it comes to an individual. And new love can just be like I want to create a new direction in love, which can be why we have the Seven of Cups come forward. Want different directions, want movement, want flow, want opportunities to create more when it comes to love. And then we also have time flies by when I'm around you. The idea of I enjoy your company, I enjoy connecting with you, I enjoy being around you, and it creates this feeling of wanting or desiring more. So that's what I would say. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out. temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Now, whoops, I just dropped the phone. 84. I can ask if your husband loves you, but asking if they are loving the other woman is a little bit too much in a mind your own business sort of combination here, especially given the circumstances of the connection. It's just not something that I feel comfortable diving into, and it's just kind of going into a box of being a little bit invasive, or like not, yeah, being a little bit invasive or intrusive, I should say, for their own personal state of being. So we can check on if they love you, but touching on the other woman is a little bit too much into a box of their own. So let us go ahead and see. All right. So we don't have cards that directly equal the idea of love, but what we do see is cards talking about the history and standing to the history of the energy between the two of you and making something be known. The idea of the Judgment card can say that there is direct ideas tied to having, the statement, having love for you, right? And with the Six of Cups coming forward, we can feel like there is history there as well that also backs up this idea. Now, with the idea of the World card coming forward, we might see the circumstances kind of changing or feeling like things need to evolve. So this could say that they're in kind of a place of saying love is not enough. The King of Pentacles wants structure, it wants security, it wants the idea of more. It doesn't just want to be in a place of emotion. So this could say that they are in a place of feeling love for you, yes, but feeling like the love needs to change, or the love needs to grow, or the love needs space to see differences come forward rather than being in the way that it is. I kind of get this sort of idea of Love is not enough. Three of Pentacles, we need to build up in a new direction, or we need to build up for more, or we need to see something change. That's kind of how I see this combination coming forward here. So I would say that they still have love for you, yes, based on this combination, but they're feeling like how that love is being expressed or how that love is being felt needs to have sort of new, needs to be refreshed, or needs to be kind of felt in new ways, if that makes sense. So that's what I would say. So these are paid personal readings. If you'd like to have a personal reading here today, visit my website, temperanceandsage.com. But these are not free readings. So these are paid personal readings. These are not free. These are not for the collective. If you'd like a personal reading here today, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. These are not free readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with personal reading order number 85. 85, you would like to know, will they reach out soon? Let us see. All right. So based on this combination, I would say soon is where we're running into a bit of an issue here. When we have this combination come forward here with a lot more slower of energy, it doesn't really correlate to the idea of soon. The Pentacles really hold things back. The Queen of Swords is a little bit more strict rather than opening. And so that makes things a little bit more difficult to make something happen quickly. And it kind of just pushes things to happen a lot more slowly rather than it being anything that we would classify in the idea of soon. So Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles comes forward with a held back energy. The Four of Pentacles is something that's a lot more guarded. It's a lot more reserved. The Five of Pentacles can kind of keep to the same old way of doing things rather than creating new opportunities or new directions. And then when we have this Queen of Swords energy, it's really strict. This could say that from your perspective, you might see how they could come forward, or you might, recognize certain ideas that they could take, right? Actions that they could take and say, well, you could just do this, or you could just do that, or if you could just come forward in this way, right? And the Queen of Swords kind of makes things a little bit more strict when it comes to viewing the possibilities. But then the Death card coming forward here with the King of Pentacles says that they view the situation differently. They kind of view it in more of like a slow and steady wins the race sort of idea, needing to take some time, needing to maybe change certain circumstances for themselves, come forward in different ways, right? There could be some things that they need to do personally before they can go ahead and come forward. So with this sort of combination, we're seeing this like resistance or held back energy rather than in being in a place of opportunity, which gives me the idea of it not necessarily happening soon. This is something that needs to take its more so like time. This is something that is a little bit more hesitant rather than being in a place of immediate opportunity or, something that could happen quicker. So based on this combination here, I'd more so say no than I would say yes for the idea of something coming forward soon here from them. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for order number 86. You'd like to know, are the two of you meant to be together? Let us see. All right. So with this combination here, it's kind of asking for caution on the statement. When we have the Two of Swords with the Eight of Swords, it's kind of getting caught up on ideas or caught up on situations. And with the Page of Swords coming forward with the Four of Swords, we're asking for more information. So this could say that maybe there is something that's meant to be learned from this connection, or something that's meant to bring you value. So it's supposed to mean to bring you value over the long haul here with this Ten of Pentacles, create some sort of structure for you, or to kind of recognize something to build up. But the Eight of Swords really gives forward the idea of getting stuck on something. So this could say that maybe it's not necessarily meant to be together, but meant to experience life through connecting with each other, meant to learn something from each other, meant to have experiences with each other. But there's nothing that's really giving the overall idea here as like meant to be together. Even with the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles brings forward structure and connections, but it also brings forward lessons to be learned and information to be gathered and structure to be built up. So there could just be something overall about like learning through this connection, experiencing this connection, or something to do with the idea of like recognizing the patterns that we have, right? Because the Page of Swords wants you to find out or seek out more information. So there could be more to be learned or more to be found out just in life in general. Just give me 1 second here. So meant to experience something in life in general, but that Ten of Pentacles doesn't necessarily translate to the idea of romantic connection, because the Ten of Pentacles is more about family, it's more about values, it's more about like learning through time or experiencing through time something that gets built up, but it doesn't correlate directly to the idea of romance. It's more of like values, lessons, structures, things like that. So based on this combination, I would say not necessarily meant to be together in terms of romance, but definitely meant to learn things, experience things, and have each other through points in life, so that there can be opportunities to kind of recognize difference or recognize more or recognize kind of where we want to go in life. That's what I would say here with this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We will do last call here this morning for a personal reading done on the live. If anybody is interested in having one, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings.